Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivanadhari Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivanadhari Yashoyanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashoyanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivanadhari Jaya Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivanadhari Yashoyanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashoyanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Astottara Srimad ISKCON founder Acharya His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Gaur Premanandi. All glorious to the assembled devotees. All glorious to the assembled devotees. All glorious to the assembled devotees. All glorious to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Om namo bhagavate Vasudevāya. Om namo bhagavate Vasudevāya. Om namo bhagavate Vasudevāya. Narayanam namaskritya naram cheva narottamam devim sarasvati vyasam tato jayamudirayat nastapreshu abadeshu nityam bhagavatam sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 73rd chapter, text 16 to 20. I'll read the first 16, 17, 18, and 19, and then we will recite 20 responsively, which has a purport in it. Kṛṣṇāya vāsudevāya haraye paramātmane praṇata-kleśa-nāśāya govindāya namo namaḥ. Again and again we offer obeisances unto Lord Kṛṣṇa Hari, the son of Vasudeva. That Supreme Soul, Govinda, vanquishes the suffering of all who surrender to him. śrī-śuka uvāca saṁstūyamāno bhagavān rājabhir mukta-bandhanaiḥ tannaha karuṇas tāta śaranya ślokṣnaya gira. Sukadeva Goswami said, thus the kings, now freed from bondage, glorified the Supreme Lord. Then my dear Parikshit, that merciful bestower of shelter, spoke to them in a gentle voice. Shri Bhagavan uvāca adya prabriti vo bhupa mayatmanya kileshvare sudrida jayate bhaktir bhadamasham shitam tāta. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, from now on, my dear kings, you will have firm devotion to me, the Supreme Self, and the Lord of all that be. I assure you this will come to pass just as you desire. In text 19. Disya vyavasitam bhupa bhavantarita vasinaha śrī-śuka madonaham pasya unmadakam nrinam. Fortunately, you have come to the proper conclusion, my dear kings, and what you have spoken is true. I can see that human beings' lack of self-restraint, which arises from their intoxication with opulence and power, simply leads to madness. And today's verse, Hayayo nahusho veno Ravano narako pare Srimadad Brahmsita stanad Deva Detya Nareshwaraha hayo nahusho veno, Ravano narako pare, Srimad Brahmsita Stanad, Deva Daitya Nareshwara. Hayo nahusho veno, Ravano narako pare, Srimad Brahmsita Stanad, Deva Daitya Nareshwara. Hayo nahusho veno, Ravano narako pare, Srimad Brahmsita Stanad, Deva Daitya Nareshwara. Hayo nahusho veno, Ravano narako pare, Srimad Brahmsita Stanad, Krishvara. Hayo nahusho veno, Ravano narako pare, Srimad Brahmsita Stanad, Deva Daitya Nareshwara. Hayo nahusho veno, Ravano narako pare, Srimad Brahmsita Stanad, Deva Daitya Nareshwara. Anyone else? Hayo nahusho vena, haya, nahusha, and vena. Ravana narakaha, Ravana and narak. Apare, others also. Shri, due to opulence. Madat, because of their intoxication. Brahmshitaha, made to fall. Stanat, from their positions. Deva, of demigods. Daitya, demons. Nara, and men. Ishvara, rulers. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Haya, Nahusha, Vena, Ravana, Naraka, and many other rulers of demigods, men and demons, fell from their elevated positions because of infatuation with material opulence. Please repeat. Haya, Nahusha, Vena, Ravana. Naraka and many other rulers of demigods, men and demons, fell from their elevated positions because of infatuation with material opulence.
As described by Sridhar Swami, because Haya stole the desire cow of Lord Parashuram's father, Jamadagni, Parashuram killed him and his impudent sons. Nahusha became puffed up when he temporarily assumed the post of Indra. When out of pride, Nahusha ordered some Brahmins to carry him in a palanquin to an illicit meeting with Lord Indra's chaste wife, Sachi, the Brahmins made him fall down from his position and became an old man. King Vena was similarly mad, and when he insulted the Brahmins, they killed him by loud incantations of the syllable Hum. Ravana was a famous ruler of the Rakshasas, but out of lust he kidnapped Mother Sita, and thus her husband, Lord Ramachandra, killed him. Naraka was a ruler of the Daityas who dared to steal Mother Aditya's earrings, and for his offense he was also killed. Thus, throughout history, powerful leaders have fallen from their position because they became intoxicated with their so-called opulence. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Jnana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Gena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Mukkam Karoti Vachalam Pangarlangayate Girim Yat Krita Padaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam. So here the kings are glorifying Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They were captured by Jarasandha. This is the end of Dwapara Yuga. 20,800 kings were captured by Jarasandha, who happens to be the father-in-law of King Kamsa. So many demons were overwhelming and burdening Mother Bhumi, the earth, by their demonic activities. Asatyam apratishtam te jagadahura-nishvaram aparasam kimanyat kam mahoitukam. Krishna describes in the 16th chapter the mentality of demoniac personalities, demoniac men. Asatyam, life is temporary. Apratishtam, there's no foundation to our universe. It came about by a big explosion. Big Bang Theory. Jagad Ahur Anishvaram, there is no controller of this universe. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he discovered the Brahma Samhita manuscript when he was traveling in South India. And in the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma is describing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, his transcendental abode, the demigods who emanate from him, his relationship with the material world. Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Koti Shu Ashesha Vasudari Vibhuti Binam Tab Brahma Tada Kiskalam Ashesha Bhutam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That he who we call the son of Maharjananda is actually generating millions and trillions of incarnations and expansions, from whom one is Karuṇa Vishnu. And from this Karuṇa Vishnu, Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Kotishu. Kotishu, billions and trillions of universes are emanating from the skin pores at every moment of Karuṇa Vishnu, who is an expansion of Lord Balaram, who is an expansion of Krishna. So these fools and rascals, avajananti mamudha manushim tanum ashritam param bhavam ajananto. Krishna condemns them as fools. Mudha. Mudha means an ass, a donkey, one whose intelligence is very small, very paltry. And they may worship, even they worship demigods like Ravana. He's a great devotee of Shiva. And Banasura, he's a great, although he's the son of Bali Maharaj, the Daityas, still he went to war and thought he could fight with Krishna. Because he had thousands of arms, 1,000 arms, Lord Shiva had benedicted him. So even they worship some demigod, Antafatu pralam tesham tadvavati alpamedasham. Their intelligence is contaminated. And so ultimately the Lord, who has unlimited potencies, Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam, Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha. He is absolute. He is the oldest. He never dies. He has unlimited different types of incarnations. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan Nanavatarama Karod Bhuvaneshu Kintu. So they have no conception. They simply say, show me God, show me God. Like Hiranyakashipu. He tried in so many ways to create some kind of immortality so he could kill Vishnu. Who is this Vishnu? Prahlad was educated by Narad Muni in the womb of his mother. And he learned the entire conclusion, Vedanta Vidvedavid, the conclusion of the Vedas, pure devotional service to the Lord. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adokshaje. Ahoy tuki apratiyata yayatma samprasiditi. That the whole purpose of your life is simply to engage all your mind, body, words, everything, manasa deho, geho, yo kichumora, arpulantu apada, nanda kishore. Engage everything in the service to please the Supreme Lord, Nanda Kishore, the son of Maharaj Nanda, who used to play right here in Raman Reti with the cowherd boys herding the cows, and Yamuna Tira Vanachari having wonderful pastimes near the Yamuna River. At the same time, we hear in Brahma Samhita, Yasya Prabhu Prabhupato Jagadanda Koti. He has unlimited power to generate all these universes in which we happen to live in one of the smaller universes here in this whole Ekapad Vibhuti, this whole tiny little part of Krishna's entire glorious creation. So the rascals and demons, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya, these fools, Yogamaya Samavitaha, they're influenced by Lord Shiva's wife, Parvati, Mahadev, Himavati. She has many names. Daivi Yesha Gunamaya Mamamaya Duratyaya. The only hope is for them to surrender to the Lord, but they refuse. Like Krishna is telling Arjuna, Dambo Darpo Abhimanas Cha, Kroda Purushameva Cha, Agyana Chabijatasya, Partha Sampidim Asurim. That because they're full of false pride and false prestige, Isvaraham Mahambogi, I'm the Supreme Controller. In today's world, I remember Prabhupada came to one airport in America, in Dallas, and they were asking, the television journalist was saying, Swamiji, why have you come here? And Prabhupada said, I've come to teach you what you have forgotten. You think you are the proprietor. You think you are the all in all, the center. He says, no, God is the proprietor. This is the problem with Ravana and Bhomasura or Narakasura. They're trying to follow the ethos of acquisition and egoism, which is the going ethos in our modern society today. Our society is overwhelmed by demoniac personalities, the scientists, the Mayaya Aparita Jnana, they're saying, show me God, show me God. Where is God? Like Hiranyakashipu, is he in this pillar? I'll smash him like this. So it's very unfortunate, but they all meet with defeat. Prahlad Maharaj tells Hiranyakashipu, his father, he said, Paravavastavada bodhajato yavanna jigyasata atmatadvam, that one who doesn't inquire into the absolute truth, what am I, where did I come from, how did this universe come about with all its wonderful glories, yavat kriyastavadi dhammano vai karmatmakamyena sharira bandha, that everyone meets with defeat, parabhavas, tavada bodhajat, yavanya jigyasata, because they're not asking, what am I? What is the purpose of my life? Instead, they're simply, nunam pramata kurute vikarma yad indriya pritaya aprino, simply mad after material things, material possessions. Ravana was trying to build a stairway to heaven. There's even a song like that in the 60s. They're trying to defy the greatness of the Lord. We don't need God. We'll go through the universe by ourselves with our rockets and so on. So this mentality, dambo darpo, arrogance, false prestige, abhimanascha, krodha, anger. They're always angry, always fighting with each other. Krodha parusham evacha. Ajnana, have no knowledge, no real knowledge. Just like in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, gatasuna gatasuncha nanusochati panditaha. Arjuna was saying so many different, he's quoting so many different reasons why he shouldn't fight the battlefield of Kurukshetra, why he shouldn't fight his cousins, his grandfather, Pitamaha, Jonacharya, his spiritual master. Says, we will create so many widows, so many unwanted children, Varna Shankara will come, like that. He's arguing. So then Krishna chastises him. Asochan anvasochastram pragyavadam shavasase. You're speaking like a learned person. So today, one time the Minister of Education of West Bengal came to meet Prabhupada. And he was waiting outside Prabhupada's room. And his servant, I think it was Hari Sori, he might have been Hari Sori, said, Prabhupada, the Minister of Education is here. He's here. And Prabhupada's like, so what? He pounded his fist that this is not education. This is not education. All this so-called material advancement is simply creating more and more problems in the world today. Etam drishtam avastabhya nastalpano pabudaya prabhavanti ugra karmana shayaya jagato hitaha. Krishna warns in this verse that as they continue pursuing material advancement, building more and more machines, more and more amenities, more and more facilities for enjoying Krishna's property, for the material world, of enjoying the material world, prabhavanti ugra karmana, Krishna says, is simply ugra karma, simply darkness, dark endeavors, all this industry. Shayaya jagato hitaha. They will destroy their own civilizations. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that this is a warning to modern man, that at any moment war could break out and everything will be finished, because now they've discovered the nuclear bomb. Arjuna, he could neutralize the nuclear weapon and they could pinpoint their target, but nowadays they simply release the nuclear bomb, it destroys everything including themselves. So Shayaya Jagato Hitaha, this so-called great modern civilization, Prabhupada says in the first canto, 8th chapter, simply a dungeon of demons. In this verse, Kama Vavarsha Parjanya, Sarva Kama Dugamahi, Shishichu Smat, Vrajan Gavan. During the reign of Maharaj Yudhisthira, all the mountains, the rivers, everything was cooperating. The demigods supplied all the necessities of life. The rain was coming, regulated way. And due to the constellation of the stars, the oceans and rivers produced pearls. The mountains produced their quota, their taxation quota of diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and opulent minerals. All this was going on. Shishichu Sma Bhajan Gavam. The cows were very, very cheerful and happy. Their milk bags were full of fatty milk, and they were actually irrigating the pasturing grounds. This is leadership. This is the real Raj Rishi, the real leaders who know what the goal of life is, what the truth of life is, and who do not defy the existence of God. Because of that, all humanity was happy. There was all peace and prosperity throughout the world during the reign of Maharaj Yudhisthira. As compared today, in contrast, we have Yesham ku patadestrinam patatam tamasihi araya. Kapila Dev says that foolish leaders who are blind are just like captains who take all their passengers into a boat, Vāsudevāya, and all the followers, all the citizens of the world are following foolish leaders. They put their faith in these foolish ideas, foolish philosophers, philosophies, foolish social conceptions of life, Marxism, existentialism, this ism, that ism. And Majanti Ashma Plava Eva. That boat is made of stone. Ashma Plava Eva. A boat made of stone, and it simply sinks everyone and drowns everyone in the ocean of Kali Yuga. Kalir dosha nide rajan astir eko mahad gunan. Kirtanad eva Krishnasya mukta sangha param bhajan. Kali Yuga is an ocean of misery, of conflict. Everyone is disturbed. Everyone is suffering from diseases. The natural elements, natural elements, adhyatmika, miseries and so on. All of this in Kali Yuga, people are suffering due to their sinful activities. Dosha nide, an ocean of misery. Because they're overwhelmed by the agent of Kali, the personality of Kali. And Maharaj Parikshit said, you can't live in my kingdom, but because Kali, personality of Kali surrendered to Parikshit Maharaj was so merciful, was a great devotee of the Lord. You can live wherever there's the hoarding of gold. So wherever we see material opulence, like you go to Las Vegas, New York, I don't know, New York, it's kind of going down, but anyway, New York, Los Angeles, these so-called opulent cities, London, and we see more misery, more sinful activities. Wherever there's the hoarding of gold, Maharaj Parikshit said, then there'll be more, Kali will be there, and there'll be more chaos. So, crime rate in America, violent crimes, gun crimes, children being slaughtered by their peers in schools, all types of horrible activities, jagai madai. Everyone is jagai madai in these countries, these places. Nate vidu swartagatimi vishnum. Durashraye bahir artamanina. Andarya tandar paniyamanas. Tipishi tantriyam udgaya gataha. That they do not know They don't know. Nate viduso artha. What is their self-interest, their real self-interest? They don't know. Therefore, we have to make them fortunate. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, God himself, has walked on this planet 530 something years ago. The Supreme Lord, he's so merciful. He's so merciful that he appears in the womb of Sachi Devi in Navadvip, in the town of Navadvip. He comes to rectify the situation. Causeless mercy, full compassion. And this time he decides everyone is Jagai Madai, everyone is demonic, right? Everyone's demonic. Even sometimes devotees were influenced by Dambo Darpo Abhimanascha, Krodha, Parusham, harshness. Prabhu, get out of my way. You're pushing me. It's crowded. Dambo Darpo, false pride. I'm GBC, I'm Guru, I'm big man. So these are qualities of demoniac qualities. Trinata pisa nichinata rodeva. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu himself, he came, Krishna comes. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishna. But he comes covered, he comes disguised as a devotee. And even he wanted to kill the constables who were beating Haridas Thakur in 22 marketplaces. Come on, you have to die. The Kazi wants you dead. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu was protecting. And what was Haridas Thakur doing? He was praying fervently, please, please, please let them go back to Godhead. Let me take their sinful reactions and go to hell. He was praying so fervently that later on Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, you were praying so fervently that my Sudarshan Chakra couldn't go there and kill them. Wasn't allowed. And he was so angry. And we know the story of Lord Nityananda also, of Jagai Madhai. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead has released the kings here, 20,800 kings who were persecuted and abused by Jarasandha. And Krishna wants that his devotees, that they always reign in the world, they always prevail over society so that peace and prosperity can come. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvalokamaheshwaram. That they will glorify God, they will perform and implement the Dharma, the Yuga Dharma, the Dharma, principles of Dharma, so that people, human beings, can actually fulfill their lot in life, their purpose in life, and so on. So Jarasandha had to be killed. He was very powerful. These kings are very powerful in those days. Jarasandha had the strength of 10,000 elephants. One time I was on Padayatra, and there was an elephant called Lakshmi. She got really angry one time in South India, and she just created havoc in this town, and she actually killed one person. You can imagine 10,000 elephants, what they can do. So Jarasandha had the power and strength of 10,000 elephants. These are not ordinary demons like we have today. And so Krishna arranged that Arjuna and Bhima would come and they would disguise themselves. Because sometimes these demons, they also perform, they give in charity, they perform sacrifices. Yagye dashami modisho ityajnana vimohita in the 16th chapter. Asomaya hatasha chur hanishe chaparanapi ishvaraham aham bogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. I'm perfect. I give in charity. Adobe janavana asmi konostu sadrisham maya. Yakshe dashyami modish. I perform yagya. I do yagyas. One demon was performing yagas. He ate ashes every day for 1 year. And then Lord Shiva came, what do you want? You eating ashes? I want an aeroplane that can destroy the Yadu's dynasty. Shalva, creator the god. Lord Shiva, okay, take the airplane. Made a big airplane like this. I'm going to go and destroy the Yadavas. Always trying to somehow kill Vishnu. That is their demoniac tendency. Envious. Matsarya. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. They're covered by the 6 plunderers. Jadabharat tells Maharaj Rahugana that you have 6 highway plunderers. They're always waiting to get you. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Matsarya, jealousy, envy. Who is this Kṛṣṇa? Duryodhana. Who is this Kṛṣṇa? Right, tie him up with ropes. Try to tie up the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then there was Pondraka, who put some fake arms on. I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This Kṛṣṇa, who are you? I'm going to take away your so-called weapon. She said, okay, I'm going to give you my Sudarshan. I'll give it to you. Here, take it. Like this. Shalva himself, Kṛṣṇa chopped with the Sudarshan chakra. Cut his head off. So we're very fortunate that we have gotten the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that we are being given all this mercy by the great acharyas, the great representatives of the Supreme Lord. That when Gauranga Mahaprabhu comes, when Krishna comes, when Ram comes, they come with their associates. Sangopangascha parshadam yagyai sankirtane prayir yajantihi shumedasha. That the Lord comes with all his associates. Advaitacharya, Sadashiva, Gadadhar Pandit, an expansion of Srimati Radharani. Narada Muni even comes, Srivas Thakur. He comes and he's having wonderful kirtan every evening in Mahaprabhu. They're dancing in ecstasy every night at the house of Srivas Thakur and his brothers, 3 brothers, is Narada Muni, the great sage Narada Muni. Ahustvam Rishaya Sarve, Deva Rishi Naradas Tata. Arjuna says that Krishna is declared by all the great sages, Narada Muni, Atreya Rishi, and so on, Deva Rishi, Param Brahm, Param Dham, Pavicham Paramam Bhavam, Purusham Shashvatam Devyam, Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum. What more do you want? You know, he's playing a flute, he's showing you his most beautiful form, lotus eyes. Namaha Pankajan Baya, Namaha Pankajan Manine.
Namaha Pankaj Namaha Pankaj
Namaha Pankajan Chaya, Namaste Pankaja Namine. That the Lord has lotus type navel. His navel is like the lotus flower. His lips are like lotus petals. His eyes are like lotus petals. His face resembles a beautiful lotus flower. His hands are like lotus flower. He's very beautiful. Extremely beautiful. Madan Mohan, he can even defeat Kamadev, Cupid. So he shows his form to Arjuna. And Arjuna says, Param Brahm, Param Dham, Pavicham, Param. You're the supreme pure, the supreme abode, the supreme Brahman. People are all busy. Like yesterday I met some people at Terra Kadamba, and they're moksha. We like moksha. A whole group from South India. We like moksha. We follow Sankaracharya. What is this moksha? It's simply the maidservant of pure devotional service. Krishna actually condemns this in the Bhagavad Gita. He says, Klesho dikatarastesham avyakta shakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukam dehavadvir avapite. Arjuna asks Krishna, what is better? The path of Jnana Yoga, merging with your effulgence, or the path of Bhakti? And of course Krishna says, Shravan Paryotepa, Te me yuktatamo mataha, the one who with great faith and devotion engages in my devotional service is yuktatamo mataha. He is the highest of all. And then he says, klesho dikatarastesham, those who follow this path of impersonalism, I'm God, you're God, we're all God. Therefore, somehow or other, I'm Krishna. One person in San Francisco, because when the hippies were doing all these drugs and so on, and one hippie, Swamiji, I am God. Prabhu said, Jai, please accept my humble obeisances, and now you can go. How you're God? So, klesha is full of difficulty. Klesho dikadarastesham avyakta shakti dukam gatir dukam. The goal is very, very full of dukam, miseries. Therefore, Krishna doesn't recommend it. He encourages pure devotional service. Bhaktistu ananyaya shakya ahamevam vidorjuna. Gyatum jastum chatatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. That if you engage in my devotional service without any tinge, there's a little exclamation mark, any tinge of material desire. Because sometimes we come to the movement and, we give up, so many things. We're attached to subtle things. Rupa Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs him on devotional service. And he describes that there are tiny little weeds growing around your devotional creeper, your bhakti lata. And these weeds are described by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur as weeds. Sometimes you're watering the weed. The first one is pratishta. Desire for name, fame, popularity, power within the assembly of devotees. Pratishta. Puja. The other one is puja. People should worship me. Don't they know who I am? Don't they know what I've done for Prabhupada? When I come in the temple, they should, dandabats. Puja. And then kutinati. Someone says, oh, he's my god brother. Why is he a guru? Kutinati. Envy. Fault finding. Look at this guy. Look at this rascal. He's a sannyasi. He's eating sweets. Like Ramachandra Puri. What is these Vaishnava, Lord Chaitanya's devotees, eating so much? He would feed devotees, overfeed, and say, I heard that Gauranga Mahaprabhu's devotees, or, these sannyasis are overeating. It's true. He even criticized Gauranga Mahaprabhu himself. Why are you eating so much? Cut down. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu was so humble. God himself was very humble. He said, okay, cut by 75%. And now I'm taking 1/4 every day. And all the devotees were crying, oh, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, my Lord. They know he's Supreme Lord. Ramachandra, Ramananda Roy, and Swarup Damodar, all these great devotees of Lord Chaitanya, they're all in misery. Bhaktivishvara Pandit. Oh, this Ramachandra Puri is such a rascal. But because he was the god uncle of Lord Chaitanya, who accepted Ishvara Puri as his spiritual master, the Lord is so humble that he shows, he shows the example. Everyone must accept a living spiritual master. So even God himself comes and offers respects and says to Ishvara Puri, please teach me something. Although Lord Chaitanya was such a powerful Pandit, Nimai Pandit, he destroyed the Kashmiri Pandit who, in a moment, he was speaking 100 beautiful Sanskrit verses about Ganga Mata. And Lord Chaitanya selected one and said, oh, there's some grammatical problems here. And then he selected another one. Why are you saying Parvati, who is the wife of Shiva? We know that Parvati is the wife of Shiva. Why? It's redundancy like that. And he destroyed the Pandit. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu himself has exhibited these qualities. Advaishta Sarvabhutanam, Maitra Karuna, Maitra Kuna,
पवित्र करो
Yeah? Evacha, nirmamo nirahankaro, samadukha sukakshami. That in the 12th chapter, Krishna delineates, he outlines, what is the quality? If you're engaging in pure devotional service, these are qualities that manifest. You don't have to artificially impose them on yourself, but they will come. But you have to keep your mind, mana prasadat shomyadvam, monam atma vinigraha. Krishna tells Arjuna that mana prasad, you can keep your mind peaceful, satisfied. Shomyadvam, don't be duplicitous. Oh Prabhu, I'm the most fallen, but I want to be the GBC. Shomyadvam, you're saying one thing and thinking another. Duplicity. Shomyadvam. So Prabhupada said, don't be duplicitous. Whatever your situation is, you try to serve. Gopi Bhartu Pada Kamalayur. The secret is to take the dust from the lotus feet of the most fallen devotee. Any devotee, anyone who's chanting the name of Krishna even once, Lord Chaitanya says, the most fortunate in the whole assembly of people. He's the best amongst assembly of all men. He simply has to say Krishna once. He's speaking to Haridas Thakur and telling him, you know, this is a Vaishnava. Who is a Vaishnava? Very rare in this world. And he's given his head to the lotus feet of the Acharyas. The great Acharyas have appeared now to uplift us and take us back home, back to the spiritual world. How do we do that? Primanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Sandhasa Devi Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Samasundaram Achintya Guram Swarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This knowledge is so rare, and people are not even interested. But Gauranga Mahaprabhu is forcing it. He's forcing people. He's saying, I'm taking Prabhupada to America through the agency of his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. The first time in 1922, Prabhupada's met Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati in Calcutta. You're an intelligent, educated young man. You should take this message outside of India. Take it to the Gauravani. Take it outside to those foreign-speaking countries. And now we see all over the world, Priti Viti Achayata Nagarari Gram Sabachapachara Hoibe Maranam. So this is the mercy, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, God himself, the Supreme Lord, who is situated within everyone's heart. He is spreading this Sankirtan movement through his great devotees, through his powerful devotees. Srila Prabhupada is extremely powerful, but at the same time very humble. Empowered. Krishna Shakti, Vina Nahe, Tara Pravartana. Kali Kalera Nam, how's it go? Dharma, Harinam Sankirtan, Krishna Shakti. So this holy name of the Lord himself is empowering through the holy name, through following, one can become empowered. How is it possible? Someone goes to a foreign country, sits on the sidewalk. How many rupees? 40, I think. He had 40 rupees. No one. It's not even some big yogi. He goes to, and people, oh, he's Swami from India. No. Prabhupada went to the Bowery and sat there humbly and chanted Hare Krishna and transformed all these people, all these fellows, making hippies into happies. He did this. How was it possible? Only by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, the mercy of all the great predecessor acharyas, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, Gauranga Mahaprabhu himself, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So the secret is to please the spiritual master by being Krishna conscious and then giving it to others. That is karunya, compassionate. And Lord Chaitanya is the mood of Radharani. She's known as karunya. She has 25 qualities. One is karuṇya. She's very merciful. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu is in this mentality of Srimati Radharani. Eno vine nite bai Radha Krishna poiti nai. You can't understand the love between Radha and Krishna. This is very, very confidential understanding, very confidential information. This transcendental parakya bhav, this transcendental love, conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. But by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, Eno vina nite by Lord Nityananda, who is? He's Guru Tattva, the original Guru. So if we please the Guru, the Acharyas were pleasing Lord Nityananda. And how is that? By giving mercy. Becoming Krishna conscious, and then giving it, sharing Krishna conscious. Every time I saw Prabhupada, he'd say, if you want to please me, then preach as vigorously as I did. Vigorous. One time Prabhupada was coming from the hospital, heart attack, and he was recuperating. And Ramaswara was with him. Prabhupada, we should take you to California where it's nice and sunny. We'll get you a house there, you can, relax, And Prabhupada was in the elevator. And there was some people that wanted to meet Prabhupada, some important people. And Prabhupada was always ready to preach. And he looked at Ramaswara, he said, never take away my right to struggle for Krishna. He's chastised. Never take away my... So until his last breath, Srila Prabhupada was preaching, trying to give Krishna consciousness to the world. And Prabhupada said that these books, they're not ordinary books. They're the literary incarnation of God. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo. Creates a revolution within the lives of the world's misdirected civilization. When they read Prabhupada's words, he said, even if they touch my books, their lives will become perfect. He said that. I saw him. He was saying, doesn't matter, they don't read it, they touch it. Their lives can become perfect. Such powerful. Prabhupada's living in his words. He's living in his words, right? He who reasons ill, who thinks that Vaishnavas die, when Vaishnavas live in their words to spread the holy name around. So in his Vani, when they read Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada's speaking to them. Listen, you're kind of lost. You're kind of lost in this world. Icha dvesha samutina dvandva mohina bharata. You're bewildered by the dualities of desire and hate. So look here, just listen to me. just hear what I have to say. Matchita sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi. Krishna says, if you listen to this Gita, mat prasada tarishyasi, I remove by my mercy sarva durgani mat prasada. I'll remove all your problems. Janma mrityu jara vyadi. All your problems will be removed. Material and spiritual. Everything will be taken care of. He tells Arjuna. And then he said, Atasat ahankaram nashoshasi vinakshasi. It means that if you act through your false ego, thinking you're the big man, big this, big that, ahankaram nashoshasi, you don't listen to the Gita, you don't follow and practice Gita, vinakshasi, you'll be lost. You'll be lost. And in Kali Yuga, people who are lost, we can imagine the one hair for every hair on the body of the cow. You take birth in Maharurava, a very hellish planet down there in Narlokan, Yamaloka. What to speak of every time they eat hamburgers? Every day. Every day in the West, people are eating, hamburgers, steaks. All that karma is coming to them. All that karma is coming. So our business is patitanam pavanebhyo, to feel some sympathy. Like Prahlad, So chetato vimukata sachesa Maya sukaya baram udvahato vimuda. He says, my only lamentation, soche tato vimuka chechasa indriyartam, that these foolish people are simply trying to enjoy steak, hamburger, fish, all kinds of abominable things. The tongue is very, very powerful. And therefore they are in the hellish planets, unfortunately. And our business to make them fortunate, like we heard the scores this morning, over 2,000 books distributed. That is the mercy, great mercy. Prasadam, thousands of plates of prasadam distributed. That is the mercy of the Lord. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you. Thank you, Panchagodav and Dharmatma, for asking me to give class. I had doubts because I've been suffering. Your inspiration. Darshan! How you doing?